Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi Ramp on the draw for game one. We'll pass in full. Looks like it might be a mirror match. Could also be Tron, of course. Wooded Foothills, pass, and pause. Could be Brood Skill, it could be Ramp, could be Tron. Looking more... Well, okay, we'll get a better idea here. Yeah, I'm looking more like it is the mirror match. I mean, this is kind of what I was attempting to do, so bad news is if they have a turn 3 kicked Mycospawn, I am in a bit of trouble. Surveil, Gemstone to Yard. But honestly, it might be worth it to keep. Because I think we might need to go Sanctum Rumble instead of going Temple. Because if they have the kicked Mycospawn, I'm definitely in trouble if they kick the Temple. At the same time they kick the commercial, we'll drop the land. Draw. Okay, there's the Stomping Grounds. So I think it's probably safer. At the same time, if they don't have it, right? If they don't have it and we hit the soul land that we want to hit it. I mean, I guess if they hit it, we have 1, 2. No, I think it is right to go Sanctum. Actually, it's probably right to go Stomping Grounds. I'll go Stomping Grounds, Shock, Rumble. We're playing around them having a kicked Myco. We're going to go with the Ice Till. This way, if they don't, what we can do next turn is go Mycospawn into Ghost Quarter. Yeah, Mycospawn to Ghost Quarter, and from there be able to start ripping their lands. And interestingly enough, they don't have it. Good to know. There's K command. In that case, we will go Temple or Sanctum. Tempted again to hold back the Temple. So I think we'll go the Sanctum. Well, I guess they could have K command. They also could play the Ice Till, but then we could eat a K command as well. 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's play the Sanctum. Play the Mycospawn. At the same time, No, we'll go to the Temple. We're going to use the Temple as bait. Cast Myco. I'm going to use the Temple as bait. Always yield. Go with Ghost Quarter. We're going to go to the end step. See if they have the K command before we use the Ghost Quarter. And they do. That's what I thought. This could still be Brood Scale, theoretically. K command, Ramp Scry Draw. Three types. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They could have Emrakul next turn, which is a bit scary, admittedly. Not thrilled by that prospect. One top, 3 bottom. I will then Ghost Quarter. And we'll pass in full. I mean, next turn we can go Ice Till line and try and clear out. We'll pass. They're on 4 basics. Could this be the Airgas list? Because even Brood Scale does not run 4 basics. So I wonder if this is Gobern's Airgast. That is a real possibility. To be fair, it also could be my Airgas list with my set as well. Then again, they are pretty similar. Though I think am running more World Breakers. I think 3 World Breakers is probably correct. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, they do have Emrakul, which is a bit scary. There's Stomping Grounds. 14. So definitely E-Ramp. Means I guess some versions of Brute Scale run basics or shocks, but it's not as common. This feels like an Emrakul. World Breaker. World Breaker eats temples. We did use it as bait, like I said. That's perfect. Draw. 3. Don't have enough to go too deep. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they should be off the Emrakul at this point. We'll play the Sanctum. We'll cast the Ice Till. Play Ghost Quarter. That should be their last basic. So we'll cut them off of colorless. And take out the Temple. Now, I was about to say, you shouldn't have any more. 4 should be the max. We'll pass. And now we're going to just try and Ghost Quarter them out the game. Now, if they have an Ice Till of their own, it gets a bit interesting, of course. Also, Myco Spawn at the Bajuka Bog would also help them pretty well. But if we can just strip 2 more lands, I think we're locked in. Glad we used the Temple as bait. There's another Temple. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Short 1 of the Emrakul. That's good news. Is this a kicked Myco? Or is it a K return exiling Ice Till? That would be pretty unfortunate. Looks like that is the case. I feel like they probably should have... I mean, maybe they don't have the Emrakul in hand or anything they need to cast. So Ice Till down. We are lacking lands. What I'd love is another color source so I can K command rip cards from Yard, honestly. So Ice Till down. 2 top, 2 bottom draw. Attack for 5, down to 12. And draw. There's Ice Till, but we are short. So let's start with Rumble. There's Lab, there's Myco Spawn. We can't do much with the Myco Spawn, so we will go with the Lab. Play the Lab. I'll imprint an Emrakul. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And with this, what I want to do, because you have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think we need to K command ramp and exile cards in Yard. Let me first attack with Myco Spawn. No blocks. I will cast, I will ramp, I will exile. We can exile 3, no 2. So I probably want to go K command here. And done. Alright, so that reduced the number of types in Yard for them down to 3. I will pass at this point. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're 1 short of the Emrakul ourselves now. Next turn we can go back to Ice Tilling. Or we can even World Breaker, but the Ice Till will be more impactful, admittedly. Because we'll be able to hit 2 lands in comparison to World Breaker for only 1. Granted that we have the mana to do so. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 4 short of Emrakul. We'll ideally keep it that way. Worst case scenario here, I think, is going to be a kicked Myco spawn into the Bajuka Bog. Yeah, I think that is probably the worst case scenario for us, honestly. This is an Ice Till? Okay, so it is an Ice Till off then. So they can play the Temple, mill. Can't do anything about that, so always yield. Play Temple, mill. For 10, they're short 3. So now it is an Ice Till off. Yeah, the mirror's gotten a bit more interesting, admittedly. Down to 7. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'd love a land then. A land for Emrakul I think would be the best case scenario. Otherwise, we'll go into World Breaker. At least get rid of a temple. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 6. Looks like a cake, man, if I had to guess. Ramp and then exile cards in yard so I don't play my Emrakul. It'd make the most sense. What else would you cast for 6 colorless mana? X equals 4. I mean, a Shuffle Titan could be interesting in this list. The only downside of that is we want the lands that it puts into yard as well. And we can't exactly interrupt on the stack. That's why we also play like 3 World Breakers and the Shifting Woodland to help with that. So the Shuffle Titan might be more detrimental than helpful. Yep, looks like Cake Man X4. Ghost Quarters out. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The problem is now that even if I World Break 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Huh. What's my end goal here? We could play Ice Till, try and dig into, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'd crack Sanctum, but we don't have enough. You can play the Ice Till. It's -1. I guess it's -1. Okay, so let's do this. Ugin's Lab. Imprint. Double green. Cast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. 5. No, I don't have Temple. Right. So in that case, I either need to Ice Till or World Break. I will World Break. World Break, target Temple. The problem is if they have the Emrakul, they do just win. So I think we have to trigger Sanctum to grab a Sowing Myco spawn so we can kick and Bajuka Bog. No point in attacking. And pass. If you have the Emrakul, you can very much cast it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ice Till, Ghost Quarter, yes. Forest, Ghost Quarter, Mill, Ice Till. I know we have the Myco spawn. Yes. Forest. So now we can sweep their graveyard as long as they don't interact for mana. 4, 5, 6, 7, Emrakul. Yeah, I feel like we're both playing around each other's Emrakuls. Oh, okay, Airghast. Are they going to... Yep, they're going to exile, draw fresh. Do you have that? Did you draw into the Emrakul? Even if you didn't, we're kind of in trouble here, to be completely honest. Huh. World Breaker? World Breaker, yep. So I now need a land for the Sowing Myco spawn. Draw. And that is not a land, unfortunately. So I think we still have to cast Myco spawn, though, for the Bajuka Bog. That way it stops the Ghost Quarter loops. Bajuka Bog. Target you. So at least that way it cuts off the Ghost Quarter loops. Unfortunately, we're going to be blocking pretty awkwardly here. Because we can block the Airghast, we can double block Ice Till, take 5 down to 2. Yeah. Eldrazi Temp. I mean, they still have enough for Emrakul at this point. Attacking. Yep. Like I said, we'll block the Airghast, we'll block Ice Till. That way, we at least take out the Ice Till. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really don't want to kill the World Breaker if I can help it, but I might have to. We'll just block here for right now. We'll go down to 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bajuka Bog. Rough. Kinda wanted those cards, opponent. Not gonna lie. 1 card in hand. Draw. Cast Ice Till. Misty Rainforest. Trigger. There's K return. Oh boy. I will pass. You can't really attack. I guess I could have fetched the Misty down to 1. Airghast to Yard, Sanctum, 1 in hand. Yeah, I probably should have fetched the Misty. See if he milled into another land, admittedly. Again, you shouldn't be attacking with the Ice Till. We can double block the Ice Till and still take no damage. Yep, they realize it too. We go to blocks. We block. And yes. End step, fetch Misty down to 1. Breeding Pool tapped. And draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, that was our last fetchable. So we can't cast the Null Drifter. Unless we evoke it. So we'll evoke triggers. Draw 2. Yield, no. Trigger, evoke, shifting woodland. And lab. Trigger. No imprint. Okay, so now we're in an interesting position. Though I don't have double green, which kind of sucks, actually. I should have held up double green just in case. Yeah, that's a mistake on my part. Alright. Because now we can't shifting woodland for Null Drifter. Unfortunate. Yeah, if I just had tapped this instead of a forest, should always tap my colorless, I guess. No, I should tap the Bajuga Bog, because keeping the second colors for a K command is relevant too. Yep, they know we can't double block. Go to blocks, we block, we block, we block. Ice Till. And passing. Draw. Sprawl doesn't do too much here. We'll play the Misty from Yard. Trigger. There's Emrakul. Okay. Utopia Sprawl. Tap. For, let's say, red, blue, green. We'll go double green. Play the Verdant Catacombs. Triggers. And we will pass at this point. So now they have to be mindful of the fact that we can shifting woodlands Emrakul in Yard. Wooded Foothills, fetch. Down to 14. Commercial District, surveil. K return. And sprawl to Yard. We do need to actually keep a land in Yard, funny enough. Paying cost for what? Probably Emrakul. Devourer. Devourer's fine. But now they can pick up Emrakul. So yeah, it's more or less is probably just Gobern's list, I'd imagine. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Sanctum trigger grabs Emrakul. Yep. Which should just mean they win at this point. Phase change. Combat. No combat. Did I miss lethal? They were at 15. Did they only have the spawn back? I guess they did. We would have died to the crackback if they would have had... Oh, they have fetch, right. I forgot. I forgot. Did I miss the... did I miss a lethal line? Only blocker was spawn? Oh, you might be right. If that's the case, then yeah, I missed a lethal line by going Emrakul attacking because they're at 15. They block the World Breakers. Ice still gets in. Yeah, if that's the case, then yes, I missed a lethal line. I think I was more focused on not dying on the crackback. I was like, okay, attack of Emrakul, they're down to what, 2? Yeah, okay, that's a misplay on my part. That's a misplay. Clearly my head is not in the game. We don't want K return. Probably just bring in Wasescape here. Disruptive Flute, Dismember, Trinisphere, Void Mirror, no. You could cut the Gemstone, but for what? Probably just run it back like this. Yeah. Yeah, let's run it back like this. On the play for game 2, I will keep... I mean, this should be a kicked Myco Spawn on 3. And pass. Utopia Sprawl. And draw. K command. Hold. So yeah, we'll kick the Myco Spawn, go for Ghost Cord, and then go for the Ice Tail loop. Yeah, I'll also chalk that up to just familiarity, because I do sometimes forget about the... whatchamacallit? The shifting woodlands now being available to us. Forest, Myco Spawn, kick. Kick the forest. There's the K command. We'll grab Ghost Quarter. We will phase change, forcing them to use the K command, X2. And I think the next turn should lock in the win. And bottom draw. We'll then Ghost Quarter now and pass. All right, no attacks. And pass. Yeah, sometimes being too focused on how not to die obscures your vision of how to win. I think that was definitely my mistake last game. Huh. I mean, this should just be a win next turn. We Breeding Pool, Ice Till, and then go for the Ghost Quarter loop. I think at that point they're so far back they can't really win. Lab. No imprint. Talisman. Sprawl. Bold move Cotton. Yeah, Ice Still definitely adds an additional layer to this matchup. That is for sure. Ice Still. Ghost Quarter. Trigger yield. Ghost Quarter target. Go to combat and swing. And pass. Right now they have access to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 short of Emrakul. Lab. No imprint. Kicked Myco. Maybe a K command X something? X4, getting rid of the Ice Till. Alright. In that case, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go to combat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In that case, I am thinking you have 6 in yard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In that case, we'll play the Sanctum. I'm going to ramp. I'm going to exile 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I guess I do want to do it like this. And done. One more. Done. Trigger. Yes. Grab Emrakul. And pass. And pass. So now we should have enough for Emrakul guaranteed. Otherwise 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we would have been short 1. Just trying to guarantee no Emrakul for them. Where now even if they Myco spawn 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I guess we will still be short 1 if they do kick Myco spawn into Bojuka Bog. Casting for what? Kick Myco spawn into Bojuka Bog. Yep, so they're cutting me off of Emrakul. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, we are short by 1. Draw. K command is mana neutral, funny enough. But let's see if they take the bait. We'll attack with the Myco spawn. Do you trade? You take the bait. Perfect. Ugin's Lab, imprint the Sire, cast the Emrakul. You always need to count to 13, friends. When you stop counting to 13, that's when they always cast the Emrakul. Our turn, Comrade. Ghost Quarter. Ice Till. You don't say. In that case, go to main. We can Ice Till, target self, fail to find. Ice Till, target self, fail to find. So I guess what we can do... Now you have a lot, so green, green. Ghost Quarter. Ice Till, target self. Do you wish to use the ability? No, not really. We can then sack spawn, Ice Till. Do I want to play the Ice Till? Maybe not. I mean, do I care if they play Ice still? Also, no. Yeah, we'll just pass at this point. And pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You'd have to hit the perfect set of cards, but I don't think you will. Opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win. All right. Let's move to game number 3 then. Not much we want to change here. We'll just run it back as is. We'll keep. Wayscape offers some early interaction, trying to slow them down, apply pressure to board. Of course, we have some decent draws off top in the way of K command, Myco spawn. Even Ice still is not bad here. One will gets down to 6 as well, which is promising. So some early interaction with this Wayscape is looking good. We'll pass in full, they keep 6, and start with Stomping Grounds, Shock, Sprawl. Yep, so we can get rid of Sprawl on 2. We'll see how relevant that is. Draw. Commercial District, trigger. We'll want the Ice still on top and pass. And pass. Ugin's Lab, Imprint, Imprint Airghast. Pass, so that's a K command. Temple, Wayscape, Kick. And always yield and pass. In retrospect, I probably should have played the Lab into Emrakul. So we could have then played the Ice till next turn. Yeah. That is a thought. I guess it does leave the Emrakul fragile to a Myco spawn though, so maybe it's best that we didn't, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Probably best we didn't in case they do kick a Myco spawn here, admittedly. And pass. Now we're short one on the Ice till 2. Impulse. 3 cards in hand. Green, green. Cast Ice Till. There's Ice Till. They don't have any additional lands though, which is good. We have our second Ice Till. We'll play a forest. We'll pass. And pass. Next turn we can play Ice Till in the Shifting Woodland. Did you draw into a land? 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Are you supposed to Airghast here, maybe? That would be a bit unfortunate. Paying cost K command, okay. Yeah, the mirror is a bit tedious, not gonna lie. Lots of moving parts, to say the least. So they're looking for Emrakul, I can only imagine. That way they can emerge Airghast into Emrakul. Because even now, land hate doesn't necessarily do much, is the problem. Ice Till, Mill, Devourer. They have access to 4. They could attack. They choose not to. We draw. Null Drifter. I will play a forest. I will play Ice Till as well. I'll play a Shifting Woodland, trigger mill. There's Rumble to Yard, and I will pass. I mean, like I said, they can Airghast next turn and try and find Emrakul. Looks like they may have mistapped the Talisman. No, maybe not. What is this? K command? Paying cost for K command for the Ice Till. That's your third K command, Jesus. So, exile Scry Draw. I think we have another Ice Till, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're short on the Emrakul. Ice Till, Mill. There's the fourth K command. They have found all their K commands. That's wild. Draw. Uggin's Lab. Well, let's start with Ice Till. Kind of tempted. No, I want to play. I want to do this. Do this. Uggin's Lab. Triggers. Let's mill first. Forest, Lab. I'll imprint the Null Drift. Play the Forest. Trigger. Wayscape. Wayscape would have been nice, admittedly. I will attack the Wayscape. Again, they can Airghast next turn. Down the 15. And we'll hold on the off chance they try and exile the Null Drifter. Down to 14. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we could potentially play not Airghast, Emrakul next turn. Yeah, getting Emrakul on board definitely is easier in the Airghast build, that is for sure. There's Airghast. Exile hand, I imagine. Yep, there's Flute. Enters exile. Mills a land. There's the Emrakul they were probably looking for. Wooded Foothill, fetch 13. Yeah, if we can resolve this Emrakul, I think we just win. They did that in the wrong order, should have milled Surveil. Mill. Another Ice Till. What else you got, friend? Airghast and the Airghast. Draws fresh, again looking for Emrakul. Passing. I think we got there, just barely. End step and draw. Yep, we got there just barely. So we have trigger, fetch, fetch shock, trigger. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I suppose we can go Windswept Heath, mill, fetch Windswept Heath, shock. And that way we can protect the Null Drifter. No, we actually didn't need to go that deep. Yeah, that's fine. Our turn, Comrade. No attacks. And there's a K return. Don't know why you kept the K return, to be completely honest. Stomping Grounds. So what can we do here? I mean, I think it makes sense to Airghast. Oh, looks like I'm getting called. Be right back. We're back. Apologies about that. Yes, we're back. So taking control of their turn. Where are we at? I want to do what here? I want to get rid of the Ice Till so we can double block the Ice Till. We can block the Air Gast. Problem is they can still Air Gast next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think I need to Bajuka Bog. Target them. Yeah, that seems right. So Bajuka Bog. Mill. So we will mill, then Ice Till, mill, and then mill, Bajuka Bog. I guess I should have probably done that after attacking, admittedly. I'll sack you, ping you, go to combat, attack, attack, and then go to block, block, and block. To damage, we split the damage. So Ice Till down. Yes, I think, yeah, again, I probably should have Bajuka Bog after attacking, admittedly. Other than that, I will pass and pass. There's Rumble. Finds a Mycospawn, but Mycospawn's not what they need. What they need is an Emrakul. Choose Mycospawn, of course. I guess they can Mycospawn into a whatchamacallit? Sanctum? Yeah, Mycospawn into Sanctum. Mycospawn. Kicked. Not kicked. They need double red. I guess they have the Stomping Grounds in hand. Yep, there's a Stomping Ground. Shock down to 10. Return Airghast. Emerge Airghast. Yep, you want to make sure you tap that. But I don't think you have enough time before timer times out to win this game. Especially because you need to somehow deal with this Shifting Woodland as well. There's Airghast. Exile, then search. Finds the Emrakul. Emerges the Emrakul. So the problem that they face now is they can slam the Emrakuls together, right? But then we have the Shifting Woodland, which can just grab my Emrakul back. So I guess maybe their best choice is actually to animate the Shifting Woodland as a Wastegate Battle Mage and slam that into the Emrakul. But it doesn't matter. They ran out of time. Okay. Yeah, the mirror's definitely a little bit tricksy now with the Ice Till mirrors. So that'll get interesting quick. With that being said, we'll be back for match number 2. Alright, we're back for match 2 on the play for game 1. I will keep looking for a soul land, specifically a lab, so we can play Ice Till on 2. Otherwise, Rumble is fine. Breeding Pool, Shock, Ice Till. I think we can go for red here because we do have the Shifting Woodland. So red, pass, and pass. Saga. Is it Affinity? Cutter, Titan, looking like Affinity. Could be Brood Scale. Nope, it's Affinity. Thop, and Thoughtcast, draw 2. Passing. Could have been a worse turn for us, I suppose. I still feels pretty bad in this matchup, I'll say. We'll play the Shifting Wood. We're going to Utopia Sprawl. So we have green, red, blue. We'll go green. This way we can go blue, Null Drifter, draw 2. Next turn we actually can... I guess we can't Shifting Woodland next turn. We can play the Ice Till into the Wooded Foothills. I think we just need to try and get to Emrakul ASAP, basically. Galvanic Blast me? That's aggressive. And pass. They will be able to make a construct. Shadow Spear. And then hold up for the construct. Yes. Draw. World Breaker. So we'll go green. Shifting. Ice Till. Ice Till resolves. Wooded Foothill. Trigger. Ugin's Lab. Ugin's Lab. Imprint. Imprint, Sire, or World Breaker. Both are relevant, to be fair. The Sire might be more relevant, though. Trigger. Cake Man. Kind of wish I drew into that, admittedly. Talisman. And we've played 2 lands, so we can hold 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll make a construct. The thing is they could potentially haste a construct next turn, so the question is whether or not we're dead. Make a construct, and then what do you grab? Do you grab Boots so you can haste? There's Boots. We are going to have to block. Equip Boots. Equip Shadow Spear. Memnite. Again, we're going to have to definitely block. Oh. I mean, yeah. Have all the answers, I guess. I'll concede at that point, because, yeah, I can't do anything. Ice Till's dead, and that is 17 damage. Galvanic Blast for the win. Alright, that is Affinity. Loss for game 1. So we want Void Mirror. We want Wayscape. Cut the K returns, cut a Gemstone, cut a Rumble. I wonder if Ice Still is worth it. The K returns are also kind of interesting because sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. It's hard to say. When they have a board full of 1/1s, then it's great. When they have a board full of Kappas and Constructs, not so much. The K commands do cleanly deal with the Constructs, to be fair. But I think the Void Mirror plus Wayscape is probably better. Let's run it back like this. On the play for game 2, I will keep, because this is a turn 2 Wayscape. Trigger. Sprawl to Yard. We need a land, ideally, so we can go into Myco Spawn the following turn. So yeah, they play Saga, for example, we'll be able to exile it. There is Pinnacle Emissary, Mishra's Bauble, Trigger, Mox Opal, and passing. They could be holding up Consign with that Opal, which is a bit concerning. Temple. Kick Wayscape. Attempt to kick the Opal. Bauble Trigger. Target me. Opal down. Consign, consign. Pass in full, body will stick. All right. And pass. Well, we can take another crack at the Wayscape next turn. Harbinger, never mind. That's a problem. Draw. There's Ice Till, but Ice Till ain't doing much here. Yeah, Harbinger again is not common in this deck, but I wonder if they've started adding it because of Tron. Huh. And we'll pass. We literally can't play anything. Let's go to the metagame real quick. Affinity? Yeah, Harbinger's not even on these lists. So I would have never have thought about the Harbinger. Well, that's a problem. Cranial plating. That's a big problem too. That's a 10-1. Huh. Well, that's me down to 7. Draw. Voidmere, you're a bit late, friend. We'll concede. Yeah, Harbinger's definitely seen more play here. So we'll have to keep that in mind between Harbinger and Blood Moon. What hands we keep, I suppose? Well, we'll be back for match 3. Alright, we're back for match 3 on the play for game 1. We'd need a land or a green source. I mean, we play 24... 22 untapped, 21 hits off top, but 1 draw to make it work. It's a bit sketchy. I think I might mulligan here, especially as we'd need specifically a green source to go into Rumble into Ice Till, so I'll mulligan. I'll keep this hand, however, because this allows for a turn 2 Ice Till. We'll keep and pitch the Commercial District. Yes. Done. Forest. Sprawl. Green. Pass. And pass. Ideally drawn to another land. Otherwise, maybe we'll just Rumble next turn. Draw. Sprawl. Yeah, I think in that case we'll play the Lab. Tuck the Drift. Tap, tap. Rumble. Does Rumble resolve? Ping costs Spell Snare. I'll then play Sprawl. And we'll go for blue on the off chance we want to evoke the Null Drifter. And pass. And pass. Looks like blue Tron. And draw. Okay. So let's start with Ice Till. Wooded Foothills. Trigger, always yield. Bajuka Bog. Do we want to play Bajuka Bog? I mean, it doesn't hurt to play Bajuka Bog. Play Bajuka Bog. Doesn't really matter the order here. Excel, target you. There's Temple. And at this point, I will pass. We'll be able to hold for a Commercial District. Abstergo. You need 3 mana to exile all graveyards. So we have time. End step. Wooded Foothill fetch. Commercial District. We'll go mill, then surveil. Talisman to yard. And draw. Another Ice Till. Let's start with Temple, trigger. Yeah, I mean, it's looking promising. Ice Till. Play Wooded Foothill triggers. There's Shifting Woodland. Let's fetch Wooded Foothill first for green. Forest. Triggers. Another Ice Till. K return. Play Shifting Woodhills. Trigger. And then Shifting Woodland. Target Explorer. Actually, do we have... Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... No, we don't have enough. Ice Till. Is this Tishana's Tidebinder? K command exiles Ice Till. Rude. They'll scry draw, that's fine. Activatability fails. We'll go to combat, swing for 2. They clearly did not want me generating more mana on my next turn. Alright. End step, I'll return Null Drifter to hand. And draw. There's World Breaker. We'll go E-Temp, triggers. There's Myco Spawn. E-Temp, triggers. Wooded Foothill, triggers. I guess the only thing we can do is fetch, so let's go Forest. Triggers. There's Emrakul. So we can start by going Shifting Woodlands, target Emrakul. See if you want to Abstergo. Ideally, them just basically forcing them to tap out so I can then World Breaker them. I guess you can K command question mark. That is an option. So either K command X2 or you Abstergo. And then we'll be able to World Breaker exile. Opponent's thinking hard here. K command. Alright, that's fine. No targets. In that case, World Breaker. And triggers, we'll go for the mine. Always yield. No. 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 Always yield. And go to combat. Swinging in. Down to 14. And passing. 4, 5. What this? Is this Portent? Or it's gonna hope and pray? Yep, hope and pray. They did whiff. They found the tower. They did eat the Wooded Foothills for whatever reason. At this point, we're not really too worried about fetching. So, I mean, imagine... Then put the rest of the exile cards into your hand. So I guess you can take Tower, put that in the hand, play it for turn. I guess play the map for free? I guess Scry Draw. I guess Scry Draw for free. There's the Tower. Map. And I think I probably can get to lethal here. 9. You probably can. K command. Let's start with Gemstone Trigger. There's Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter triggers. Ghost Quarter target power plant. And Ghost Quarter triggers. There's the Null Drifter. Ghost Quarter target island. Opponent's just gonna scoop. Yep, so this is Eldrazi Tron, but Portent. Definitely think the Ice Tills will carry this one. Let's go to sideboard. They do play a decent amount of blue, so I wonder if the Void Mirror is even worth it. Or does Soulish Jailer? It says non-creature spells. That's one downside of Soulish Jailer. So Portent's a bit worse there. I guess actually Void Mirror is good in that case, because it is free. So maybe we do play the Void Mirror. Play Void Mirror. Maybe Wasescape. Could go Flute. Could go Trinosphere, but maybe Flute's better. We do go Flute, we cut what? Rumble. Sire maybe. And go 3 Flutes. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Because yeah, again, Jailer says permanent cards and graveyards can't enter the battlefield, and players can't cast non-creature spells from graveyard or exile. Cage would lock them out of Portent. But I think we'll run it back like this. I guess we could have cut Bajuka Bog, actually, in retrospect. There's Ice Till, there's Myco. I'll keep this. It's a bit slow, but we can draw into many things that can speed it up. Because if we can just go Myco Spawn into Ghost Quarter into Ice Till to win, that seems appealing. We'll pass in full. Mine, pass. They could just have Natural Tron, I suppose. K command, Breeding Pool tapped, and pass. And pass. Yeah, it looks like Natural Tron to me. There's map. Looks like they must have drawn into the map. Commercial District, Surveil, looking for a 7-mana value spell. There's Ghost Quarter. I guess we'll just take the Ghost Quarter. Is that worth it? Probably. Put that on top. Pass. And pass. Did you have the Natural Tron, or do you need to crack? They do not have Natural Tron. Draw. Play the Ghost Quarter and pass. So do you crack the map? 3 mana. For what? K command X1, target self, that's fine. And draw. I will go with mine. So now we would love to see a 7-mana value spell off top. To crack map. for another mine. I can't do anything else. We'll pass in full. Yep, grabs mine. They'll play mine. They still need tower, however. And draw. There's flute. And definitely not finding the cards I'm wanting, but we can make this work. We'll play the forest. And hold the flute. Maybe use that as permission for the ice till. There's the tower. What do you play with it? Portent. I don't think I get to see what. So I think I need to name Emrakul Aeon's Torn. Yeah, I think we have to name Emrakul Aeon's Torn. Because I'm pretty sure that's the main Eldrazi that they play. Flute. Emrakul. The Aeon's Torn. So no Emrakul for you. Let's see. There's Ugin. There's Subtlety. So I'll probably be able to Subtlety whatever I play next turn is the only problem. Chooses Subtlety, Ugin, Talisman, Consign, another Portent of Stergo. Yeah, so we'll definitely be able to hold up Consign as well, which is relevant. Go to discard. What do you pitch? Pitch stock up, Abstergo will draw. Void Mirror. That will get countered, but I'm gonna another call real quick, be right back. Alright, and I'm back. Still need to make a decision here. So shifting woodlands, I guess we'll just go with the ice till, force the subtlety. Yep, there's the subtlety as expected. They pitched Consign. Thing is, they do have the Ugin next turn. I'll put this on top and I'll pass. So they'll probably play the Ugin. And I think at that point they probably just win. But we'll try. Power plant. Ugin. I guess they also still have Portent in hand, so they could just try and high roll Portent. I think the Ugin's probably the better play. Nope, looks like they're going Portent. And maybe they don't play Aeon's Torn. I thought they did, but maybe they're just going for Ugin. So what's their win con? Either that or like they play so few that we just haven't seen it. Maybe. Thing is, they'll have another Consign. Chooses Force, Otawara, Ugin, K command. There's Ugin. Ugin trigger, no targets. Ugin plus draws a card. They're running out of cards at this point. Draw. I suppose we try the Ice Till again. Ice Till. Ice Till resolves. I don't think we care about the Ghost Quarter at this point necessarily. As awkward as that sounds, like we can definitely get rid of the mine. I'm thinking, do we try and go for, no, they have Consign, so they don't think the Void Mirror is going to resolve. So maybe we do Ghost Quarter them. Problem is Ugin's going to absolutely exile the Ice Till. So Ghost Quarter trigger. Blue. Do you consign Dismember? Okay, so Dismember gets Ice Till down. It does mean it can't play another land. I will attack the mine and pass. So at least Tron's offline, but this Ugin is a problem, admittedly. Ugin. So I'd like to somehow do is get this Void Mirror on board, but I don't think that's going to happen. Draw. Another Ice Till. Pretty sure they have a Sink the Stupor in hand. Ice Till? Regardless, I don't think this Void Mirror is going to stick. Ghost Quarter trigger. 4. So it looks like it's a K command. They'll be able to exile Ugin. Yeah. Yep, so Ugin will exile the Ice Till. They'll ramp, they'll scry draw. I mean, they haven't presented a lethal threat yet, so I'm not exactly too concerned. I suppose I will Ghost Quarter. No, I don't think it even matters at this point. We'll pass in full, see what Ugin does, what they grab as a threat. Alright, what you got? Ugin ults. Is it Emrakul Aeon's Torn? Was I correct? Otherwise, what else is it? 3 cards? Oh, I guess I was right about Aeon's Torn. Good to know. Yeah, at that point, we'll concede, because they'll trigger, they'll have an extra turn, they clear my board. Yeah, we'll concede. All right, let's go to game 3. We can cut the gemstone for, I suppose, a sire question mark. I do wonder if Trinisphere is relevant. It does tax them, but the Void Mirror is probably better in that slot, admittedly. Soulless Jailer does stop Ugin, but not the Emrakul. And I guess we can choose selectively from Flute. Yeah, I think we'll keep it like this then. On the play for game 3, I will keep we're looking for a 7-mana value spell off the top, because if so, we can go directly from Micah Spawn into Ice Till and go for the Ghost Quarter loop. Draw. We have 10 hits off top for green, or do you counter it? Forcing it would be pretty rude, not gonna lie. There's the force, exiling the Condescend. So we're likely just going to be going into the Talisman next turn. Power Plant, map, and passing, draw, sire, perfect. Imprint, cast, Talisman, and pass. So next turn we can Micah Spawn at the Ghost Quarter. They do have blue, so they do have consign mana. So I wonder if it's better for me to play the Ice Till here instead to play around the consign. Well, then we're not playing around Condescend. So play around Consign or play around Condescend. Alternatively, you could use the K command as permission. That actually might be the better choice. So let's start with Bajukabog, target you, and then use the K command as permission for next turn. If it resolves, then we're able to go for a kicked Myco instead. Fetch map, that's fine. Urza's mine. There's the mine. 3 for what? Portent for 2. Bold move Cotton. I'm tempted the K command right now. To potentially try and find Flute. We'll do this now. There's Temple, there's Breaker. I suppose top, draw, and pass. Son of a bitch. Uh-huh. Wait. Huh? Reveal the top X. For each type, you may exile a card of that type from among them. Put the rest into your graveyard. You may cast a spell from among the exiled cards without paying its mana cost if you exiled 4 or more. Interesting. Why do they do that then? I'm confused. Okay. Big confused. Maybe my opponent's also confused? Kick. Myco spawn. Kick mine. Fine. Ghost Quarter. We'll hold the Ghost Quarter. Yes, we'll hold the Ghost Quarter on the off chance they find the K command X1, I suppose. Yep, so they have the K command X1s. We'll hold the quarter. That way, what I can do here is go Ice Till. 1, 2. Ghost Quarter, target power plant. I guess they could have K commanded before because it is sacrifice, yeah. Thought I was playing around K command there, but I really wasn't. Phase change. So X equals 2. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Ghost Quarter again. Pass in full and attack with Myco Spawn. So K command should be out, leaving Emrakul and 4 unknown. Wonder how many basics they're running. There's Tower. No Tron for you, though. Draw. Play Ghost Quarter. Trigger. There's Void Mirror. Hit Tower. Choose to use the ability. Ghost Quarter, trigger. Ghost Quarter, target you. How many do you have? Okay, you're finally out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. World Breaker, target. Do you have consign? Looks like a consign to me. Yep, we'll pass in full. And Breaker out. 5 types in Yard. We'll attack for 5 down to 12. All right, we'll pass 5 in hand. We'll continue to Ghost Quarter you out of the game if possible. Stock up. I mean, we're at the point where I can pretty much cast anything that I draw into. 3. K command X1. Stop me from Ghost Quarter looping. And yep, exactly that. Makes a spawn, exiles Ghost Quarter. Draw. So in that case, triggers. I will fetch. Forest. Triggers. I will play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fetch. And then I will return Worldbreaker to hand. Exile the Bajuka Bog. And recast Breaker. Exile the Power Plant. Go to combat. And swing. Yeah, I think the Ice Still did get us there. 4 islands, map. Okay. My turn, draw. Void Mirror. Verdant Catacombs, trigger. Another World Breaker. We'll fetch. Stomping Ground Shock, trigger. Shifting Woodlands, play Shifting Woodlands, trigger. And then again, I will tap. And sack, I guess, the Stomping Grounds. And opponent skips it up, we'll take the win. Yeah, just being able to mill over World Breakers is really, really strong, especially when you're just generating non-stop mana off the Ice Stills. World Breaker's always been a good card in E-Ramp, but definitely is proven itself now. But that being said, we'll be back for match number 4. Alright, we're back for match 4 on the play for game 1. Would love this hand if we had some more lands, but we don't, so mulligan. Yeah, we can keep it. A bit sketch, but we can make it work. Keep pitch, what? I'm thinking K command, as awkward as that is. Devourer. So it could be a bit of a mirror match. We'll go Stomping Grounds tapped, or do you go Ghost Quarter? Stomping Grounds tapped. No reason to reveal the Ghost Quarter yet. Devourer. Let's see what they're up with. Devourer exiles what? Looks like Tron. Map. So we don't need the Ghost Quarter now. Ooh, hello. So in that case, play the Ghost Quarter. Play the Talisman or play the Rumble? I think we play the Talisman. Play the Sprawl. Go what? Green? Yeah, go double green. I just need to show this. Opponent just goes, ah. Oh, that's a beautiful reaction. All right, we'll pass. And pass. I need a land off top. There's Temple, there's Mindstone, there's Map. Draw. Emerald Cool. So we missed the land, admittedly. What can we do here? I mean, we could, of course, Ghost Quarter, their Temple. I guess we could just go, let's go Rumble. Let's start with Rumble here. So, green, colorless, Rumble. There's Commercial District. We'll take Commercial District. Commercial District. Trigger. Ice still on top, because then we can pretty much Ghost Quarter them indefinitely. I will Ghost Quarter them now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could hold. I think Ghost Quartering the Temple's correct. Ghost Quarter the Temple. Pass. There's the Waste. We pass in full. And pass. Map crack for mine. And that's fine. Draw. Green. Ice Till. Ghost Quarter. Trigger. Dismember. Dismember is fine. We have the second Ice Till. So that is a-okay. Breaker to Yard. That's also good to see. So in that case, I will pass. Upkeep, draw, and hit what? We'll hit the mine. Crack map for mine. That's fine. We'll pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Grabs the mine, plays the mine. They're desperately trying to keep their lands. Draw. So opponent, do you have another Dismember? Ice Till? Trigger? No shot you do. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm tempted to kind of keep the 6. But I think if we just knock another land, I think that's probably correct. So in that case, we'll knock another land. And pass. And pass. So I would like a land off top for another map. So you do have Tron next turn, so I need a land here. Draw. Ask and you shall receive. Kick. Kick power plant? Alright. The Eldrazi Tron killer. That is what Ice Till is. We thought it was bad when probably close to unwinnable matchup, I think. It's pretty rough. Yeah, it's a pretty rough matchup. Because especially oh no. I think they're on colorless too. Void Mirror in. Cut the K returns. Bring in flutes. Do we want Wayscape as well? Maybe Wayscape. We cut Rumble, cut Null Drifter, and run it back like this. We thought the matchup was bad when it was just Mycospawn kicking, but now the Ice Till adds another layer of maybe E-Tron isn't a good option right now. Between Gobern and I getting top 8s with Ice Till, yeah, it might be difficult for Tron to survive right now. Ooh. I will keep. I need a land, but this Void Mirror seems pretty good. Because I don't think they saw... No, we didn't see a swamp, did we? We didn't. Hold up. When we were Ghost Quartering, we didn't see a swamp. Commercial District? Mycospawn to Yard. Oh, we could go... Mycospawn... No, Mycospawn to Yard. Pass. Pass. Draw. Stomping Ground Shock. Utopia Sprawl for green. Void Mirror? Do you have a swamp? Because I didn't see it last time. Swamp? Okay. It forces them to grab the swamp. We'll pass. But they only have one swamp is the problem. Which means if we just go Myco Spawn, cast. Grab Ghost Quarter. Yeah. Void Mirror is pretty good. This might single-handedly kill colorless E-Tron. This might single-handedly kill colorless E-Tron if Ice Till catches on, especially with Void Mirror in the side. All right. I love Tron, I promise. However, I may have attributed to killing the deck. I'm sorry. With that said, we'll be back for match number 5. All right, we're back for match 5 on the play for game 1. I think I'm mulligan this. Yeah. It's not much better. Do we mulligan again? It's kind of the same thing, but I guess it's better odds. I'll keep, pitch the K return. We're looking for a land, basically. Bottom line. Looking for a land. One of mulligan's down to 5. Okay. Interesting. So we're looking for an untapped land, which we have access to, let's see, 24 minus 2. Yeah, 24 minus 2 minus 3. So 21 hits off top. Forest, pass. At least we have the forest, so we have more options off the top. Whereas before with the temple, we only had like 11. That Hedgemate scares me. This feels like Neobrand. Keeps it on top, no good information. Draw, land. Ooh, pass. Do we die on turn 2 regardless? End step, pass. Are we dead? Is it Neobrand or is it Birthing Ritual? Oh, might be Birthing Ritual. Draw. Land. Yeesh. We are within instant speed Quaddle. It's a Quaddle. Alright. Pass. Yeah, definitely would have liked lands here. Maybe we should have mulliganed down to 5. Like I said, we had 21 hits off the top for lands, so we could go into the Rumble. Ain't looking good now, though. Ice Fang hit down to 19. Do you have a Birthing Writ? You do. Do you find an Oculus? An Oculus would be rough. A Harbinger would also not be too bad. Oculus, yeah, that's a problem. Always yield. I need a land. We found the land. Oh. Fetch. Fetch Wooded Foothills for Stomping Ground. Actually, I think for Breeding Pool. And we'll go Breeding Pool. Yes. The reason being is I want this Rumble to resolve, and we can resolve the Rumble, hit a Null Drifter, and mill over a K return. We're in business. There's the Null Drifter. No K return, though. A bit unfortunate. Alright, I will pass. So we don't want to block. We'll take the 7 down to 9. We'll rumble again next turn using the spawn. That way if we see Soul Land plus Return in the pile, we might be able to rally back and sweep the board. That would be my initial thought. But it is not looking great, I'll be honest. Underground Mort. Surveillin'. Alright. And pass. Again, not too much to do here. Pain cost 4. Endurance. It's my yard? Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm not too pressed about that, to be completely honest. We'll take the 7. Sporific Bolt or tapped? Tapped, okay. So we don't have to worry about, like, I feel like they should have held the Endurance. I guess they didn't think about the return line. Down to 9. Birthing Writ. I don't think you have any 1 mana value spells. Maybe Tameo? Maybe. Otherwise, what are your 4s? I actually don't know. I guess we'll find out. Nope, another Hawk. Okay, we really need that K return now. K return Soul Land's kind of our only hope here. Alright, and draw. Okay, there's the temple. Rumble. Do we see the K return? Damn. I mean, at that point, I don't think we got anything. No. I will concede. Unfortunate. I'm pretty sure they play Harbingers. We need Dismember. We can cut the Gemstone. We need the Bajuka Bog. We can cut a Rumble. Kind of want to keep the Null Drifter. Flute, Jailer. Wastecape's tempting because it does get rid of the Birthing Writ. That's kind of about it. K return's probably better as it can sweep the majority of their board, I'm pretty sure. Alright, let's run it back. Alright, alright. Imagine opponent's going to bring in Consign if it wasn't already in main. Harbinger if it wasn't already in main. Maybe Subtlety? I guess, yeah, that's another 4-mana value spell that they could be playing. Subtlety. They do play black, so it is, whatchamacallit? Sultai. Birthing Writ. It could also be on Seas. If they were on Fatal Push, imagine they cut it. Yeah. Alright, on the play for game 2. A little bit rough, but we can keep it. A little bit slower than I'd like, admittedly. Commercial District, trigger. Sire. We'll put Sire to yard. 1, 2. I guess we'll go you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ice Till. I'm gonna put that the yard. And pass. I would like another land to set up for the breaker, I suppose. Pass. Polluted Delta, no fetch. They could have a Spell Snare or Consign. Mycospawn's appealing here. Talisman. Does Talisman resolve? Talisman does. Utopia Sprawl for green. And pass. So 2, 4, 5 mana. If we draw into their land, we can kick Mycospawn into Ghost Quarter and go off from there. They have the Coatl. We'll let them just hold mana, though, to where maybe the Ice Till's better, though it would be better if we had a land in hand. You play Sprawl. Yeah, they're just going to hold. Draw. Land. Forest. Utopia Sprawl. For red. Let's kick the Mycospawn. They can only counter 2, so they might just give me the body. Also, they don't have the Consign. Blue fetch resolves. And tap for Consign. No, no Consign. Alright. In that case, grab Ghost Quarter. Ice Fang. I'll draw a card. I will go to draw. Let's see how many basics you run, friend. Draw 8. Ghost Quarter, target snow covered. Pass. 2, 4, 6, 7. We have World Breaker next turn as well. You already see 1 snow covered forest in yard. I can only imagine they run between like 3 to 5 at most. I guess between, we already know 2, so 2 to 5. All right. Phase change. Do you attack? You might as well, because blocking here probably isn't in your best interest. Down to 18. They could be holding Consign, so I think the Ice still is the better play here. You do have a land, okay. Down to 16. Paying cost for Birthing Writ. Do you find the Oculus? And that is the question. If you do, we'll probably have to play the World Breaker to exile the Birthing Writ. Might just be best regardless. Okay. Armager's okay. Not the end of the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In that case, we will play the Ice Till. Ice Till. Play Ghost Quarter, mill, always yield. No second land, unfortunately, but we can attack. And pass. They don't have any green sources, which is relevant. Down to 13, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're 1 away from World Break to get rid of the Birthing Writ. Okay, they could have Oculus. They're one short in Yard. 2 Fibblefit. So now you can sack it to Writ. They draw a card. No attacks. Ritual. They have 1 blue up now, so they could consign, theoretically. The question is, would they go for the body or for the trigger? And the Harbinger definitely put a damper on my plans, admittedly. Flibblefip to Yard, Endurance, I guess my Yard, question mark? Yeah, that's fine. Not the end of the world. We draw. World Breaker, that's a bit unfortunate though, since we're short 1. I'll pass, no attacks. We're kind of just in a holding pattern now. And pass. Now they do have enough for an Oc. Paying cost for Oculus. Yep. That will present an issue unless I'm able to play the World Breaker as a blocker, and even then. So I do need a land here. Triggers. Exiles Endurance for what? Another Oc. Yeesh. Yeah, that is a problem. So then we kind of need to get to Emrakul ASAP, don't we? Flare to Yard. And land. Okay, perfect. I still trigger. I still trigger. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. World Breaker, exile the Birthing Writ. No more Birthing Writ, please. You could flare. So now we can block the Oc. The thing is, the manifest creatures will get out of hand really quickly. Especially if 2 of them. Imagine if one of those is another Oculus. At that point, I think I'm just dead. There's no point in attacking in, I don't think, because we block, we block, we block. They don't attack with you for obvious reasons. Paying cost for another Harbinger. Okay. Again, they'll make more manifest creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Triggers. 9. So we're getting close to Emrakul, but not there yet, unfortunately. Endurance to Yard. And land to Yard. Draw. Uggin's Lab. Trigger. Shifting Woodland. Trigger. World Breaker and Yard. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could get the World Breaker from Yard. There's no reason to right now, though. World Breaker. Exile Breeding Pool. Do you have a Flare? We can return a World Breaker to Yard. From Yard, rather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If there's Flare, they sacrifice a Harbinger. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We can actually put 12, 13. Yeah, I mean, I think we have enough, so we can return the World Breaker next turn. Yeah, the double Oculus is going to become rough really quickly. Alright. Paying cost for another Oculus. I swear to God. I mean, definitely need to just land the Emrakul at this point. Because these manifest creatures are going to get out of control. Do you even bother attacking with an Ock? Probably not. But you could send the manifest creatures in, but then we'd just block 3, so you'd have to send the Ocks along with it. You send an Ock, we block, we block, we block, we take, what is that, 9? I think we have to go for the Emrakul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I mean, I do think that we do return a World Breaker on end step. Sacrifice Ugin Lab. Because it adds a type to Yard for all intent and purpose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oculus triggers. So we'd love to see a K return enter Yard at this point. Alright, we draw. Null Drifter. Verdant Catacomb trigger. Okay. So even if I do take the lab, that will be, I mean, it's mana neutral at that point. Lab trigger. Give me a K return. Rough. In that case, we're trying to fight through a flare at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Our turn, comrade. So we can at least eat some of the manifest creatures and eat an Oculus. Ooh, it all resolves. Love that. No attacks. So we can eat 2 Ock. Charlotte's Asian Birthing Rituals are bricks. Coiling Oracle. So, Subtlety, Ice Fang, Endurance, Subtlety, Oracles. Alright. Go to combat. Attack. Attack, attack, attack. So that way we can get rid of those 3. And also attack with what? I guess a Ice Fang question mark? Do I care about the Ice Fangs right now? No, I don't think I care about any of these. Whatever's the biggest. I guess the Flyer Subtlety. So we block, we block, we block, we block. Okay. So go to blocks. We block, we block, we block, and block. So then that looks good to damage. Then we fetch. We fail to find. We fetch. I think we just fail to find again. Yes. Leaving them with 1. And pass. And pass. So they can't attack with the Oculus for obvious reasons. Neither can they attack the manifest creatures. They're left with 1 snow-covered and a handful of green creatures. Next turn, we can strip them of their last land with a Ghost Quarter. We can Shifting Woodland a Breaker. We can play Breaker. We can cast Null Drifter. Opponent scoops it up. We'll take it. Ooh, that was a close one, friends, but I still definitely got us there. I still has surprisingly just been really, really good. I think we have to cut a Null Drifter here, but do I want to? Not really, because it can trigger the K return. I mean, I did think about playing the Birthing Ritual last turn to sack the Auk, but my problem is that then they have a Birthing Ritual afterwards that's still on board, and 2 mana, so they can play more things potentially. So I think just leaving them with nothing and facing down an Emrakul is enough. Maybe it's right to cut an Ice Till. Already cut a Rumble. Like, Jailer doesn't do anything here. This is where Grafdigger's Cage would be better, but this deck is so small as far as meta share is concerned that I think it's not relevant enough. Dismember's right, K return's right. Maybe we cut the Emrakul because they do run the Endurance. Yeah, let's do that. I think that's probably correct. We'll run this back. 0 green sources. Rough. 2 draws, though. 11 hits. Dismember as well. Screw it. We'll go for it. Going for a double Ice Till. Pass. 7 cards in hand. Show me a green source off top. Specifically a forest or forest equivalent. Like I said, I think it's 11 hits. 4, 7, 10. I guess it's 10. I'll be fine with a commercial district at this point, though. So 11. Draw. Talisman. Whiff. Pass. Hold. It's a risky keep, but with 11 hits off top, 2 draws, if we do hit the green source, then we're in a decent position. Breeding Pool, Shock, and casting what? Coiling Oracle is fine. At this point, any land will do. Draw. Land. Okay. We'll play the Talisman, hold the Dismember. I forgot that Coiling Oracle is basically a Giltspire on a stick, isn't it? Enters, reveal the top card. If it's a land, put it in the battlefield, otherwise put it into your hand. Kind of. It's kind of like a Birthing Red on stick, or not a Birthing Red, a Giltspire on a stick. Before Giltspire was a card. We have the Dismember, so they just play the Birthing Red, we can Dismember it. Again, if we find a green source, that'd be good for the Ice Till. It would be a bit late, admittedly. 2 Flibbleflip is fine. Unfortunately, now they have 2 creatures. The Dismember's a little bit worse for what I need it for. We now have to kind of worry about a Harbinger. Nothing else. We have another Talisman. There is Birthing Writ. Imagine they sacrifice the Flibbleflip. Flibbleflip. Yep. There's the Auk. We Dismember. You have Flare. Flare would be a bit rough, admittedly. There's the flare, keeps the Ak. Yeah, that was less than ideal. So now we really need probably a K command. K command would be good. Draw. Ask and you shall receive. Do we ramp and exile? Or do we scry draw exile? I think we scry draw exile here. And now we need to hope that they don't have a force, but I think they run more in the way of flares. We're looking for a land drop. There's the breeding pool. We don't need more ice tills. We don't need more talismans. So I'm going to say bottom, bottom, top and draw, Ock down, breeding pool, shock 13, Utopia Sprawl for green. And pass. And pass. So now we have the ice tills as blockers. They have 4 in hand. We're down to 11. I would like to see a land off top so we can go milling. And again, I'd actually maybe like more threats here. Sire 7 Deaths would be a house. Oof. Flips you. So now we need the talisman. Down to 11. So we need a land off top is what we need. Imagine they keep the Harbinger. I'd be surprised if they didn't. So yeah, land off top, whether it be a forest or just any land, will get us to the ice till. Because then we can play the talisman, though it will shock us to play. They're thinking about it. I wonder if they see an Ock or not. They might be putting cards in yard for, whatchamacallit, an Oculus in hand. That makes sense. Land. Mycospawn. We can cast Mycospawn. Do you have Consign? We'll grab the forest. Utopia Sprawl for greens. We don't have to hit ourselves next turn. That at least gets me a blocker, but again, we now have to deal with what I think to be the Oculus in hand, and that will be a bit of an issue, because then we have 2 turns, more or less, to do something about it. Breeding pool. Do you have the Ock like I think you do? You definitely don't have Consign, but there's the Oculus. So now we need blockers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're short on Sire Worldbreaker for a turn. Ritual. Nothing. 3 in hand. We really need probably... What do we need at this point? Sink into yard. Bajuka Bog. So in that case, let's start with Ice Till. Does Ice Till hit board? Opponent's thinking. I guess they could play Subtlety. Yeah, Subtlety is an option. Paying cost for what? Fibble flip, and then Flare? Oof on the Flare, so... Yep, there's the Flare. In that case, play Talisman. Play Bog. We'll pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 11. We can't attack. We'll take 5, so we have 1 turn to find a reach blocker. Yeah, that flare was pretty good. Shardless Agent finds Ice Fang, ETBs, and draws. So they have 2 cards to sack the ritual. We'll take 5 in the air down to 5. And that Auk in hand and the double Harbinger is definitely rough. So down to 5, like I said, I need blockers now. Either that or a Rumble into a 7-mana value spell plus K return. That would also do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we would have enough. So either Rumble, K return, 7-mana value spell, or a reach blocker. I guess one of the downsides of the Ice Till, if the Ice Tills were instead Chrysalis, then it'd be less of an issue than it is now. It is not the case, though. Ice Fang draws a card. Oculus, trigger. Lethal's on board. Comes on this draw. Talisman's not it, unfortunately. We will concede. Unfortunate. Definitely a bit of a risky keep. We were able to get pretty far with it, just unfortunately not enough. We didn't see the green sources early enough to really press the advantage fast enough. So, possible that we should have pitched it. The fact they had the well-timed flares as well was less than ideal, both for the Dismember on the Oculus, as well as the flare for the Ice Till, which could have milled us deeper for, let's say, a World Breaker or a K return, potentially, but hard to say what that would have looked like. Regardless, 3-2 at the end of 5. Do I like this version more than the Airghast version? I don't know. I'll be real. I don't know. Because at the very least, 3 World Breakers seems like a must. 3 World Breakers seems like a must. Because that way you can mill over them and then pick up the World Breaker, cast them. And a lot of times you can do that all in the same turn thanks to Ice Till. The Void Mirrors inside seem good. The sideboard seems actually solid in general. I'm pretty happy with the sideboard. What else? Yeah, I guess it just comes down to, is Airghast better than Sire and Null Drifter? That I'm not sure about. Well, something to think about. Regardless, our only 2 losses were to Affinity and then to Birthing Ritual at the end, which more or less is just Simic Pile with basically trying to Ritual into Oculus, which is not bad. I mean, it's an easy way to cheat in an Oculus and then fill the yard and then play Oculus from hand. It's a cute deck, though it does not see much play. It does get absolutely bricked by Grafdigger's Cage, but we're on Jailer right now, not on Cage, so a bit irrelevant. With that being said, that there will end today's YouTube video. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback. It'd be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me in both my success and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you have reached a point in the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button so you can continue supporting this channel. However, if you want to catch these videos live, you can catch me over on Twitch Mondays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST for leagues, and then Fridays through Sundays for a challenge at 8 p.m. CST. Otherwise, you can catch these videos early over my Patreon. That being said, though, folks, I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye!